Bills and the New York Giants. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And up, 18 Gator.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check. Fresno.
Get it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He completes it to Tate. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bills now under 3rd-year man Sean McDermott. They'll be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Time to look at the defensive starters for the New York Giants. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Check. Crunch. Watch safety 3.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check back.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. third down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Ready, 50, plant. Two-jet bomber, two-jet bomber. Shoot.
Jones operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 11 catches, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Now Jones. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Looking to throw. Jones. Now he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To try again after the sack. Allen, and the pressure gets to him again. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Williams. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
First quarter with the score Giants 7, Bills nothing.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, so far, just the single catch.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Jones on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Steps away to his left. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual threat QB. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Allen off the bootleg. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Back to you. No.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 2, Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
91. 3, 218. Chop. Snap.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in.
Let's go.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. On the draw, this is Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Come on.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Ready.
2nd and 5. He's got his man. This is Tate. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back to throw. Jones. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
47. Check, 47. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch it.
Now this time, Allen will throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half. Number one. So first and 10 now from the 30.
All day, every day, any day. Check nine, I'm
10. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So we reach halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack on first down, Allen sliding out of the pocket, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Now it's Tate. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On second and very short, Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden. Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Williams picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Leonard Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On the return, it's Tate. Fighting his way through contact. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here we go.
The New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Recon, 132 fighter, snap.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kareem Martin drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Throwing now is Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. To try again after the sack. Allen, and he is going to be taken down. And that that should be the final play of this third quarter. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. To the air, Allen going up top, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
He's got Smith here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Caden Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen is going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Allen now looks to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Let's bring it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Barkley, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. Here's Riley Dixon now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. After the sack on first down, Allen flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use this. Second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 5.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
On the double.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Here we go.
Tonight.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still second down.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Mike, 49.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
You can't block me.
Leaf River.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Not today. Showing up.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the